So this is one I saw yesterday. This is actually from Lynn Alden. We're going to start with this because I've been talking about Nostr on here. It feels like for a very long time. I did a very early how to use Nostr video, probably over a year ago now, when I first joined. But I've been pretty hard on this, and I'm still working on it, obviously, every day, trying to get people into the Bidax, trying to get people on Nostr, and trying to get people over to Zap.stream. And I think that for the most part, I would say that we've been very successful with that. But this is what Lynn Alden shared on Nostr yesterday. And this is actually, Flexo, this is a great timing for your question here. Where's Joe? Where is Joe? Anyways, Lynn says, I'll bring this a little bit bigger. Lynn says, Biden announced he is not running for president on Twitter, a centralized company, via an account for which it is understood he doesn't control directly. When thinking about the future, this feels like such archaic technology in the present. This is a world where the SEC account was compromised not that long ago and posted market-moving false information. If a president has nuclear codes, he arguably should also have a signing key for any important communications. Yes. Nostr is going to do a lot. It's going to change the world. It's going to change the internet and the way we communicate with each other and history. The really cool thing for me, Nostr is very similar to Bitcoin. It's very similar to Bitcoin because with Bitcoin, every 10 minutes, a new block is mined. All those transactions within that block, they get broadcast out to every single person running a Bitcoin node. So there's no single point of failure there. You cannot take out Bitcoin. It's way too decentralized. And the information, I mean, Bitcoin is essentially information. It's units of truth. But with Nostr, I love that because you actually don't have to pay anything for it. So Bitcoin is just information. It's units of truth that we exchange back and forth. But with Nostr, you can actually make a post, a note, an event, they call it, and you don't have to pay anything for it. But it acts the exact same way. It gets broadcast out to all the different relays which you're connected to. So it's very hard to stop somebody on Nostr. And so if you think about how this is going to impact our future in terms of the technologies, in terms of the record of what happened, the elections, voting, all of this is going to be so different than we have it today. As Lynn says there, it's archaic. We're kind of in this, and maybe this episode should have been titled The Transition, but we're there right now. We're in the spot where all this is available. This technology is available. It's here. People are using it. But the 99% of the world is still using the archaic technology, the Flintstones stuff, as we've called it here before. So we have the ability to do this. It's much more efficient. It's much more transparent. It's better in every aspect, every sense of the word. But it's only a matter of time until people figure that out. And that's kind of where we are today. So as Lynn said there, if we're given the presidents and the politicians and these influential people like the SEC even, if we're given the president nuclear codes, they should also have a signing key for their communications. And I mean, we're so archaic that Biden posted that on Twitter with a signature that I've seen does not even match his signature. So that's kind of where we are today. And I hope that this is kind of like the farthest part of the pendulum in terms of idiocracy. That's where we are right now. I hope this is the peak. And then it's going to start swinging back to common sense and logic. But part of that too is having the ability to do these things. And we now have that ability with things like Nostr. So where is Joe? That's a very good question because I do not know. He made a post, as Lynn mentioned there, on Twitter about stepping down from the race, but he's still president of the United States today. And nobody's heard from him. Nobody's seen him. There's rumors that he was sick, that he got flown to Delaware, I believe, and that he might not survive the night last night. So I know it's pretty early here in Canada, but I think that we're probably going to hear some news on that. Maybe we have. I don't. It's hard to follow the news when I'm live on the air here. But yeah, we're in a wild spot right now.